You are listening to the AI World Podcast, your trusted source for the latest innovations, insights, and trends in artificial intelligence, blockchain, fintech, and decentralized technologies. Each episode features expert interviews, engaging discussions, and in-depth analysis of how AI transforms industries worldwide. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest articles and exclusive reports from the AI World Journal, covering everything from emerging technologies to industry breakthroughs. For more news, global events, and access to AI World Society circle gatherings, visit us at aiworld.tv. Don't forget to subscribe to stay informed, stay connected, and be part of the AI revolution with AI World Lounge. Thank you for listening.
Okay, let's unpack this. Artificial intelligence, well, it's not theoretical anymore, is it? It's basically moved out of the lab and, settled right into your digital shopping cart. And it's really changing how we spend our money.
Completely revolutionizing it, you could say.
Yeah, we're seeing AI giving us these super personalized discounts, powering chatbots that sometimes solve issues instantly.
Sometimes.
Right. And, running the models that decide what's on the shelves, how things get delivered. It's really deep in there now.
It's pretty fundamental to modern commerce.
Exactly. But our deep dive today, it's really about this this duality, this tension. On one hand, there's the real delight, the convenience AI brings. But on the other, there's this growing demand from us, from consumers, for transparency, for ethical use, for control. So our mission here is to kind of synthesize that message from shoppers. It feels like people are saying, look, we want the benefits, we really do, but we need clear guardrails.
And that distinction, benefits versus guardrails, that's exactly what we need to focus on for you, the listener. We're not talking about people rejecting technology here.
No, not at all.
Quite the opposite. What we're seeing is a maturing consumer mindset. People are now treating trust in AI as, non-negotiable.
Right.
So for a retailer, success isn't just about how efficient your AI is anymore. It's about how transparently you use it. If you break that trust, the long-term cost in lost loyalty, it's going to far outweigh any short-term efficiency gains.
That really sets the stage perfectly for our first section, the convenience hook.
Yeah.
Because we have to start by acknowledging just how intoxicating AI can be for shoppers.
It really can.
It speeds everything up, smooths things out, and maybe most importantly, it cuts down on that, that decision fatigue we all get scrolling online.
Oh, absolutely. The endless choices.
Yeah. So we looked at this great little anecdote, a shopper looking for specific running shoes online. Before they even typed anything, the platform, it recognized their recent browsing, their history, and just greeted them with this curated selection. Like the filtering was already done.
And that's where it goes from just being smart to being almost essential, isn't it? Because then moments later, this AI chat pops up. But it wasn't generic. It offered to compare the sizing of the new shoes against two specific brands the shopper had bought 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Using their past fit data.
Wow. Okay. So the result...
And Petco, under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes. See, that level of efficiency, that's the hook. That keeps people coming back. AI isn't just a cool feature anymore. It's playing this role of a super efficient digital assistant.
Yeah, it's fundamentally redefining that retail experience.
And it's often the quiet stuff, the background impacts, that are actually the most essential.
That's a great point. Everyone sees the recommendation engines. You might also like those.
Right, the obvious stuff.
But think about the infrastructure. Grocery stores, for example. They're using these incredibly sophisticated predictive models, forecasting demand almost down to the hour.
Which means less food waste.
Less waste, definitely. And for you, the shopper, that means fewer empty shelves. And often, actually, better prices because that waste cost is reduced.
And we saw the example of virtual try-ons, too. The fun smart mirrors in clothing stores.
Yeah.
Where computer vision lets you see how a jacket looks without, wrestling with it in a tiny fitting room for 20 minutes.
The benefit there isn't just the novelty, it's removing friction. It makes the whole thing easier, faster.
Yeah.
But the real depth, I think, is in those unseen benefits. You don't consciously thank AI when your online order shows up a day early.
No, you just think, oh, great.
Right. But it's predictive routing. It's real-time inventory adjustments powered by AI that made that happen. Or on the financial side, AI protecting your payment details, real-time fraud detection, safer transactions.
That's huge.
Even processing returns. AI logistics get those items checked, restocked, and back online fast instead of them sitting in some warehouse limbo.
So that initial worry, from years ago, that AI would feel too robotic, that seems to have mostly faded.
I think so. People see the practical side now. It saves time, it reduces hassle, it sometimes helps you find better stuff. It's almost become a necessary utility in shopping today.
It really has. But, okay, this immediate benefit, this convenience, it leads us straight into section 2, the core tension. Because once you start enjoying those rewards, that new question pops up. What's the trade-off? What are we giving up? We move from the delight of speed to this unease about invisible influence.
That's the tipping point.
And this is where shoppers seem to be drawing a really clear line between AI that's genuinely helpful and AI that feels like overreach.
And defining that boundary, that's critical for any company that wants to stick around long term. Consumers are basically saying, okay, I like the speed, but I need to understand how you're using my data. And based on what we're seeing, we can kind of boil down their demands into 4 main areas of concern. These are the guardrails they're insisting on.
Okay, let's start with the big one, privacy. What does that actually mean today in AI shopping? It's more than just storing a credit card number safely, right?
Oh, much more. Privacy now is about the sheer scope of the digital footprint being tracked. It goes way beyond just what you bought last time.
Right.
Real-time analysis of your browsing, what you hover over, how long you look, cross-referencing your activity across your phone, your laptop, and in physical stores, we're seeing things like biometric scans for loyalty programs, or even just measuring store traffic flow.
Wow.
The consumer needs clarity on just how deep that data collection goes, and critically, is their consent really informed? Do they understand what they're agreeing to?
And if that collection isn't transparent, the very next fear is bias. Which isn't just about mistakes, it's about fairness, isn't it?
Exactly. Bias is the big ethical hurdle for algorithms. Could dynamic pricing, for instance, AI changing prices on the fly, could it mean one customer consistently pays more for the exact same thing than someone else?
Based on what? Their location, their browsing history.
Potentially. Based on demographic data, perceived ability to pay. That's the core concern. And also, what about filter bubbles? Algorithms only showing you things you've liked before, maybe preventing you from discovering new things, or even hiding promotions offered to different customer groups.
That fear that the system might actually be rigged against you, that's powerful.
Incredibly powerful. And it leads right into the third guardrail, over-automation.
The chatbot frustration loop.
Exactly. Look, AI chatbots are great for simple things. Where's my order? Fine. But there's a definite point where you just need a human. You need judgment, or empathy, or just someone to understand a complex situation.
Yeah, you hit a wall.
If the system is too automated, you feel trapped. Retailers need clear ways to escalate, to hand off smoothly to a human when the AI isn't cutting it. People want that human oversight, that option to bypass the machine.
Which brings us to the fourth demand, and this feels really central to everyday shopping: transparency. That recommendation pops up. Why?
This is fundamental. When AI suggests something, you, the shopper, need to know why. Was it based on, say, solid quality ratings? Was it based on genuine customer popularity? Or was it just paid placement? A brand paid to have their product pushed, disguised as a helpful tip. Consumers are getting savvy. They can smell the difference between help and manipulation. They want the system to be upfront about its motives.
So the big message here isn't no AI. It's AI needs to be a trustworthy partner.
A partner, not a puppet master. That's a good way to put it.
People want protections, they want choice, and they want respect for their own judgment. Okay, so if that's what the market is demanding so clearly, let's pivot to section 3, the so what question. How are retailers actually responding to this mandate for trust?
Well, they're realizing sometimes the hard way, through mistakes, that trust is fast becoming the main currency for AI adoption. Transparency isn't just a nice to have anymore.
It's not just a compliance checkbox.
No, it has to be treated as a competitive feature, baked right into the experience.
So they're good examples of this?
Yeah, definitely. Look at Sephora. They've actively built control into their system. You can be getting AI beauty recommendations 1 second and then seamlessly switch to a live human consultant.
And the human gets the context.
Exactly. The human inherits the data the AI gathered, so the shopper feels highly cared for and totally in control. That blend is psychologically crucial.
That makes sense. What about others?
Amazon started doing something quite strategic, too. They began adding little context boxes explaining why a product is recommended, because you bought X or frequently bought with Y.
So it feels less random.
Precisely. That little bit of context boosts confidence. It suggests the recommendation is based on logic, not just, some hidden agenda.
Right.
Because retailers who hide their personalization inside these black box systems where you can't see the workings, they face serious customer hesitation.
How so?
If you suspect your data is being used in ways you don't understand or approve of, you hesitate. You share less data. You might shop elsewhere next time. That customer attrition. That's the real cost of opaque AI. It often outweighs any efficiency gains. It becomes an economic issue, not just an ethical one.
And this economic pressure is now being backed up by legal force, right? This brings us to the regulatory shift happening globally.
Absolutely. Governments are stepping in to formalize these consumer demands. The whole regulatory landscape is transforming.
Like the EU's AI Act.
Yes, the European Union's AI Act is a big one. It's poised to enforce really unprecedented levels of accountability, risk management, transparency. For retail, AI systems that significantly affect things like your access to essential goods or maybe creditworthiness, those could be classed as high risk. Meaning companies have to be incredibly transparent about how those algorithms work, how they're checked for bias, and how you, the consumer, can appeal decisions made by the AI.
Okay. And elsewhere?
Well, the UK is positioning itself as a hub for AI safety and governance. They're pushing principles like explainability and reliability. And here in the U.S., the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, has warned repeatedly that AI practices lacking transparency and fairness could fall under existing deceptive trade laws.
So it's converging. Market demand, economic pressure, and now legal requirements.
It's a powerful alignment.
The takeaway for retailers seems crystal clear then. Being proactive is the way to go. Adopting ethical, transparent AI isn't just about future compliance. It's about building the foundation you need to actually win loyalty now.
That's the long game.
Okay, so that brings us to our final thoughts for you, the listener. AI is undeniably transforming shopping, making it smarter, faster, incredibly personalized. But we've hit this critical balance point. Consumers, you want that hyper-personalization, sure, but not if it costs you your privacy. You welcome the speed of automation, but not if it removes your choice or your ability to talk to a real person when you need to.
The message from the market is really unambiguous now. Give us clear guardrails. Be transparent about data. Give us control over our experience. AI needs to be implemented as that helpful partner whose motives are clear.
A partner, not a puppet master.
Exactly. And here's the provocative thought we want to leave you with. If trust really is the new currency, and powerful regulators like the EU are setting these tough new standards for transparency, especially around things like fair pricing and access, how long will it be before retailers everywhere are forced, either by law or just by the competitive need to win your loyalty, to actually reveal the inner workings of their most valuable, most secret algorithms? It really feels like a race now, doesn't it? A race between convenience and confidence. And maybe, just maybe, confidence is finally starting to pull ahead.
The future of artificial intelligence is unfolding. And it's happening at AI World Week, the flagship global event for innovation, collaboration, and transformation. This flagship global AI event is designed to connect visionary leaders, trailblazing entrepreneurs, and influential thinkers to explore the endless possibilities of AI. Experience groundbreaking technology that redefines industries and inspires progress. Join thought-provoking discussions on ethical AI, digital equity, and the transformative role of technology in our world. Build meaningful connections that catalyze innovation and drive impact. AI World Week is powered by AI World Society, a global movement dedicated to advancing AI responsibly and ensuring it serves humanity. Together, we're shaping a smarter, more inclusive, and equitable future. Continue your journey beyond the event with the AI World Journal, offering expert insights, in-depth analysis, and the latest trends shaping the AI landscape. This is your opportunity to lead, to innovate, and to transform the world with AI. AI World Week. We invite you to join us and embrace the AI revolution.